As far as the game, what does Milwaukee look like, or how different are they with Dame in there and not Drew Holiday?
The difference is they have a closer. And Giannis told me in our I had a sit-down interview with them that aired on AT&T last night with Dame and Giannis. And Giannis told me it was Dame's team. And when he said that, I don't know that I dismissed it, but I just took it as, this is Giannis trying to make Dame as comfortable as possible. But if you saw in that fourth quarter, Giannis was really deferring to Dame.
Yeah.
Like Dame said, it was at one point where they were kind of trying to figure out who was going to bring the ball up. He said Giannis brought the ball up, and then he was trying to figure out if should he come over and get the ball. And Giannis signaled to him, come get it. And that's when Dame knew, like, okay, he wants me to, do my Dame time. And 14 points for Dame in that final 5 minutes of the ball game, and the rest is history. So that is what they get in Dame. Obviously, defensively, Drew Holiday is one of the best defenders in the league, and he causes havoc on that end. But this is what they needed. Especially, we all know Giannis is one of the best in the league, arguably the best player in the league. But teams. The Bucks, had problems, during the closing of games. Giannis is not a good free throw shooter. Teams tend to build a wall around him. So there was problems down the stretch. But with Dame, they got somebody they can go to who's not afraid of those moments. And, if he's fouled, he can hit free throws. So it looks like a really good partnership between those two. And it's really rare. Giannis told me that when they first had their first meeting together after Dame was traded, he told Dame, I want you to come in and be the closer. And it's rare for a player of that caliber to say, hey, I want you to have the ball at the most important time of the game. That really just shows how much Giannis really wants to win.
He's Chris Haynes, Bleacher Report NBA insider, was working the sideline last night for TNT, the 76ers and the Bucks. We saw this with Dwayne Wade when LeBron came to Miami. LeBron has been trying to at least publicly give the Lakers to AD, and so I'm not surprised that Giannis is saying to Dame, hey, this is your team. But Giannis's role now, how does that change?
I don't think it changes much. He's still going to be himself. He's still going to be his dominant force. I don't think it changes. I think the only thing that changes in probably the last 6 minutes of a game is I don't want to say deferring, but he knows that he has, how should I say it? He has he has a dog that he can rely on at that juncture in the game. There's definitely going to be times. I'm not going to say Giannis is not a closer or anything like that, but just know that you got that escape valve, on the scene. And Damian Lillard, it just allows a little bit more freedom for Giannis to roam and do his thing. So I don't think it changes much on his end, but just know you have the luxury of having a guy like that that's not going to fold in those moments, and not just fold, he's going to blossom. That's a luxury. That's a luxury to have. And so, but look, again, DP, Chris Middleton, he hasn't gotten to play the normal minutes that he will play. I spoke to him last night. He said he thinks it's going to take about 6-7 games before you start seeing his minutes become what they are. So this team has a lot of room to grow, but definitely first game, you saw how it's going to play out. Dame is going to be that guy down the stretch.